Hmm. Hi, this is Anthony Harris. You're listening to the broadcast and live stream of the United Smart Broadcasters Collective. And we promise to bring you great content and also interesting visuals. Now, we promise that if you're a good listener, we'll be a good communicator, and communications is the key. If you have any questions about our organization, please contact His Lordship on IG at His Lordship 2020. That's right, His Lordship 2020 on Instagram. We promise you great sound quality, stimulating visuals, and great conversations because we also listen too. So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream. Live stream. Well, this is His Lordship. And what happened to my light? Hmm. Uh, I got to reset the camera. Yep. Well, maybe I could do it from here. Hmm. I'm using a OBS Studio remote control. I'm using my iPad as a remote control for OBS Studio. I'm not even by my computer. I'm in another room doing the show, but I can see my computer far off to the right just in case. But I'm not facing my computer, nothing like that. This is amazing. And it took me a long time to set up because I'm using a wireless camera, I'm using a wireless remote control, and I needed my mic cable and my headphone cable to be able to travel across the room. I needed several devices. You know, you got to use a cell phone for the wireless camera. I need another device to see the chat room. I need another device that got the receipts on it. And then there's lighting and sound check. And it's just me. I don't have no interns or nothing like that. What you say? I I told you I am going to troll you, but you are too fast for me. Slow down some. I need a troll, man. I need some thumbs downs. I need some hatred going on. And today I'm going to expose the lies that were told on the Gotti show by you know who. That's why I didn't use that person in the titles. It's so easy. You don't put their name in the title, then they watch your video. If you put their name in the title, they don't watch your video. It's weird like that. Don't put their name in the title, they'll watch it. You put their name in the title, they don't watch it. So that's why their name is not in the title. But shout out to Gotti. I'm going to be using the audio from your show. Hope there's no issue there. It has nothing to do with you. It just has something to do with that compulsive liar that you had on the show who said my name. So let me see. Uh Ali the Sage, what's happening? Welcome. Ali, look, I'm doing this show and I got like a little studio like Charlie Rose. So like that guy on the Bravo channel that talk about independent films and stuff. But let me see if I can get this camera without getting up from my seat. Let me see if I can turn the wireless camera back on. Nope, I'm gonna have to get up from my seat, unfortunately. But welcome to the show, everyone. Luna, we all in for a treat because I'm gonna do something I usually don't like to do. I'm gonna play the audio and address each statement one at a time to shut down finally all the lies, especially when my name is mentioned and some of my associates, because this person is gonna repeat those lies till they have a stroke or a heart attack. And so anyway, let's see here. There we go. That way I can get up. It won't be caught off guard by the camera. Let's see here. All right. All right, we got the camera working again. So let me take this let's see here. Oh, here we go. Let's try that. Let's see here. Boom. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, I mean, this is my new setup, and it took me who knows 6 hours to set this all up. Let's see here. Bright Street in the building. Pink Zombie 777 in the building. Ali the Sag. Oh, okay. All right. We chatting it up. Come on. You have all this expensive. I don't have expensive stuff. And good trolling. Good, healthy trolling. You didn't miss anything because I had to turn the camera back on. I'm using the GoPro Max as a wireless camera for the studio. And I'm using the Lume Cube 2.0 for lighting, and another light with a diffuser in front of me. That's why my jacket looks cool, and then it looks cool behind me. And I have a monitor way over there just in case I look like a fool. And yeah, we got Lordship is in 3D, and the sound is in surround sound. And C. Wilson, Patty, we all in the building. You got a coat on in this? Yes, I have a coat on in the studio. Um, yeah, but it's because of the lighting. It's for the effect. You see what I'm saying? Trust me, lighting is everything. It's just like shooting a movie or a music video. Lighting for going live is the same thing. If you don't think the newscasters got lighting and stuff like that, then you're mistaken. Everybody got lighting. Even when you go in the dealership to look at a car, the car that's on the showroom floor, they got all the features that the car on the yard doesn't have. Even those have lighting. It's just so far away you don't notice it, but everything got lighting. Okay, looks futuristic. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Thanks, Luna. Thanks you. Thanks, everyone. And let's see. Yeah, I was gonna wear my helmet, so I said, nah, it's cool. I'll just be the man from Mars. Isn't it cool that there's an event that's happening during our lifetime that usually happen a little under 800 years, every 800 years? And we also got to see Haley's Comet. We got to see this event. So many events. I think that we were lucky to just be here for these events. It got to mean something. It got to stand for something. But it doesn't make people change their ways. So if you just walked in, I want you to know that I'm nowhere near my computer. I'm away from my computer. I got a little studio set up. I have a remote control to my left to control my show on the iPad. My iPad is sitting on a tripod or a monopod with feet. And my hands are nowhere near the computer. Matter of fact, the computer is at least 10 feet away. And we're going to try to run the show this way. It's an experiment. And my light, the battery power only lasts for a couple of hours. So this show got to wrap up as soon as that. So let me see what it says. Lordship, that reminds me of the movie Navigator. Oh, cool. You in the cockpit about to fly that spaceship. Exactly. That's what I was going. I love science fiction. So Lordship is always going to have that science fiction look. And, we in 3D, which is cool. And that's my animation still right there. And if you caught my last show, the rap animation, that was 1,300 pictures put together to make that character rap for the intro. We'll play it on the way out tonight, okay? Now, you said Jupiter and Saturn crossing. Yes, but there's two things that are happening. First, you have the conjunction, and then there's going to be something else called something else. I don't know what it's called, but we get a double feature. There's the conjunction, and then there's the something else. If anybody knows, please let me know what that is, and feel free to look it up. But we're going to learn something today. We're going to learn about the lies told by Uncle Fester. So every time those lies are told, one of us will do a show and dispute those lies. Because no matter how loud you say them and how many times you say them, they're still not true. Okay? And what else? Oh, as far as these colors and stuff, let me see. I can change the theme on the fly. Matter of fact, I can make the theme of the colors change, every now and then. If you want to get funky with it, So, yeah, let's get funky with it. You know, um, when you're down with the USB-C, you'll be you'll have privileged knowledge of how to do this stuff on your own. Just be down with the United Smart Broadcasting Collective. We don't believe in drama. We don't believe in beefing. And we'll teach you all the things you need to know to be fly when you're live. OBS Studio is free. And the knowledge to use it is free. But if you need a tutor or a mentor, that comes with a small fee. You see what I'm saying? And when you get an intro, if you use OBS Studio, you can have a higher quality video for your intro. If you're only using StreamYard, or I forgot the name, StreamYard or StreamLab, then we have to compress the video down so it could be used on that level of broadcasting. So where are we at now? Yeah, debunking the lies. Marquise, is Marquise in the building too? And what is my troll saying here? But it's interesting. It's like a celestial corn. Oh, wow. Our troll is an intellectual troll. Rather, somewhere on Earth someday got crowned. Okay, those are on point, manicured, in effect, clean and supreme. I like this troll. This troll is cool. Um, Marquise, got some nuts for you. No cracking needed. Glazed pecan are the best. And I thought I was in it. And Marquise, meaning USB. Oh, yeah, you're in it, but it's USBC. United Smart Broadcasting Collective. Also, you can say us be colored. All right. Hot damn. I'm going to have to Google some of the information. Unlike Leviticus, I know exactly what to ask for. Exactly. You cannot ask Siri, Google, Cortana, Alexa loaded questions. Loaded questions. That's why you have to, that's why she had to ask those questions in a different way over and over. She don't even know that she's asking loaded questions. And if you don't know how to ask a question, how are we supposed to believe what your answer was? If you say you talk to the police, you talk to the Department of Children Trafficking, you talk to the FBI, based on all your live shows, we have a feeling that you never asked them the right question. You only asked them a loaded question, and you got the answer you want because you gave them a question that would give you the answer you want, not the answer that you needed. You see? And on top of that, my headphones is throwing me off. On top of that, when she was talking to the FBI, I guess she didn't know that we can hear the FBI talking. These little devices are very good. The microphones on these tablets and these phones, they are omnidirectional mics. That means that it records sound equally in all directions. So if the police come to your door, if somebody calls you on the phone and you say it's my mom, we can hear the voice on the phone. We know if it's male or female. We know what your mom's voice sound like because she said, tell your mother to get out your room. You see what I'm saying? If somebody calls and say, did our guy come yet? That didn't sound like your mom. We know your mom's voice. When the police talked to you at the door the first time they came to your house, we heard exactly what they said. And when you called the FBI live online, for some strange reason, you heard something different than what we heard them say to you on, while you were live. And every time you did something like that, it made you look bad because you tried to act like they said something else. These people are adults. These people have families. It is insulting to assume that those adults have family members that are so slow they can't help themselves. So you already coming out the gate fucked up. You assuming that every member of that cult, family member, don't have access to a phone, the internet, they don't have no resources, they don't know how to talk to nobody, they don't know how to email nobody, they don't know what the Fed's phone number is. You know, a lot of people don't mess with the feds and stuff like that because I'm going to tell you, when you start messing with the alphabet boys, they do a double check. They always check you and the person you're trying to snitch on. You see what I'm saying? They do a double check. If you can get $25,000 reward for telling on somebody who's evading, they're gonna tiptoe over to your files too. Just out of curiosity. They're gonna, and if you legit, they're gonna give you that $25,000 reward. You know what I'm saying? But are you willing to take the risk? Because like I said, let's say you getting workman's comp, and you got a ex coworker that's getting workman's comp too, and then you report on them for workman's comp fraud. But guess what? They're gonna look at you for a while too, because maybe you have an agenda, maybe you have a grudge, maybe both of y'all committed fraud, but the other guy pissed you off, so you snitching on him. They're gonna look at you too. So be very careful before you start, talking about people, and have your ducks in a row. Now, oh yeah, keys in the door. We're gonna get to all of that. I have the audio from Bullet Scotty. And I don't have that much time because I took so much time to load up, but I don't even know where to start or the end, but but look, I'm putting my phone down. I just want to know, why is it so important to lie? I will never, for the life of me, understand why is it so important to lie, and what is there to gain? Because everybody is strangers. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is adults, and everybody make their own decisions for themselves, and don't nobody check with each other for permission to do anything. Everybody has their own beef with this person. Everybody has their own reason for being offended and troubled, and it has nothing to do with that cult leader. You see what I'm saying? You are the one that put that cult leader name in every title, but you tell everybody else to stop talking about him. You are the one that says his name in every show, but tell everybody to stop talking to him. So I find all of that ironic. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of people mistake me for other trolls. So usually my troll names are a certain way, and I get mistaken all the time. I get accused of stuff all the time. Well, Lordship, it's easy to lie to strangers. That's what it's easy to lie to strangers. I just would never think of two men doing something insane like that. Uh, the diet breakdown was in all the way um, perverse and funny. Well, I'm sorry that my breakdown might not be that funny, but it's going to be very factual. Now, I can be funny at times, but it's getting serious now because this person put my name out there, and they put a pixelated picture of me out there. Now, what's crazy is that's not me. So that's like Charlie Wilson. You dropped the bomb on me, baby. That's Charlie Wilson. you know. But the thing is, that was like, if I'm like supposed to be a troll or a super troll, then you don't want to really mess with me. All right. 2 years ago, I put that pixelated picture out there and it came back. Now I know whoever gave her that picture don't know how to pixelate a picture. And she don't know how to pixelate a picture. So that means that when they got the picture, it was already pixelated because I put it in a hangout 2 years ago, and she lied and said that she know what I really look like. That's a lie. She says she know what the picture really looked like. And that's a lie because it's not even a real picture. Now, if in the future, if you think about doing this again, let me let you in on a little secret. Whoever takes the picture, it has metadata. Now listen very closely. For you rookie trolls and you doxers and you people who like to get revenge and fuck with people, I'm going to give you some information, okay? When somebody take a picture and they don't even know they don't know nothing about their phone, they can afford the most fanciest phone, but they never watch any videos, they don't read any magazines, they don't watch any tutorials, they just use it, they get on IG, whatever, right? When you take a picture, it has metadata, and it's a long list. Now, some photos don't, like my photos don't have a lot of metadata. It has very minimal data, and if I forget to block the location of the photo, it'll just tell you that I'm in a country across the water from Korea. Yeah, so if you ever get a hold of one of my pictures off of IG or whatever, it'll just say that I was somewhere across the water from Korea. Now, for you people who don't block your Facebooks and all of that, and you on everything, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all this shit, and you're always posting selfies and selfies and selfies. Look, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Well, metadata tells you what kind of device you use, the location, the size of the picture, how many, everything, the frames per second, the ISO settings, the distance. You see where I'm getting? So if you take a picture from a hangout and you didn't download it, but you screenshot it and cropped it, it erases the original metadata and adds new metadata. And now, instead of my information being there, it's the information of the person who screenshot the picture and cropped it and passed it on to somebody else. Now, if you would have downloaded it and saved it to your photos and then sent it, it wouldn't have changed the metadata. But if you screenshot it and cropped it and sent it, now it's new metadata on there. So I already know where the picture came from, and it was passed to one or two people before it got to Latanya. But this is proof that she's always at least 2 or 3 years behind what everybody know. And the stuff that she do know is useless information. The fact that somebody was professional and had pre-prepared questions for an interview shows that that person has skills and they trying to be successful. The fact that somebody lied to you and didn't tell you if somebody was going to point A or point B, they must have realized you talk too much. And just like the movie Fresh, they gave you some false information so, to trick the cult leader into going public, and it was successful. You see what I'm saying? You got used like a pawn because you became a threat to the progression of the movement. So, people tried to pity you and work with you, but you kept running your mouth, and it was a threat to the movement, and that's why you were told what you were told, and they went public. It ain't like I'm exposing this. All this is public information. Madiva already said what really happened, and Kaja just want to start some funk. And Kaja don't even know that you called her ugly 100 times before she started working with you and donating to you, Latanya. She didn't see those videos because nobody know who you are. Nobody watch your videos. Nobody know who you are. But you said that me and Kaja, I know how it feels to be ugly, and I know why she went over the combination. See, Kaja don't know all of that stuff. That's why people make videos and put it out so everybody can stay current and up to date on what comes out of people's mouth. The only reason you got problems with people on YouTube, it has nothing to do with Nature Boy, because you are very ineffective when it comes to Nature Boy. What you did when it comes to Nature Boy, you made him, he was broke, and now thanks to you, he got over $100,000. Okay, if he did commit white collar crimes, it wasn't until this year, really. And thanks to you, he got a bunch of sympathy money, and he got to prove that he's not a guilty man because you kept lying on him, and then he gets in trouble and they release him because he didn't commit no crime. So thank you. You helped him get sympathy, more donations, and he ended up with at least, who knows, 29,000 to 100,000 thanks to you. If you're going to take credit for the incarcerations, then you got to take credit for the money that he's been stacking too. So let me see what the chat is saying. Let me see. Let's see. Leviticus, very lazy, relying on others to give her information as well as Googling incorrectly. Exactly. Her mouth and behavior makes her an atrocity. Absolutely. We have we have an intellectual and a literary. And I like this, man. This troll, stick around, troll. I like that. She's mad at Nature Boy for not accepting her. Absolutely. Plus, folks that worked with her found out she batshit crazy. Absolutely. And she's still big. I tried. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope that people catch the replay of this, because I'm going to try to wrap it up and put it all in a nutshell. But, that story she keeps saying, my boyfriend used to follow him, and he treated me how Nature Boy treat his members, and that's what made me go after him. And Tommy already told her, why did you date a man that was weak? And she had no answer. It would seem like you would blame him instead of the cult leader. Now look, we are a group of people who are indifferent to what the cult believes in. And we believe that the cult belief could be a danger to, a danger to black people. So we make propaganda to hopefully convince people who would join not to join, and hopefully people who are in the group or a part of the group might see it and decide not to be in the group anymore. Now, that, as far as it goes, that's the only thing that we can legally do. And when you do that, propaganda is not illegal. They use propaganda for political wars, PTAs, for electing public officials and councilmen, and all kind of little stuff like that. But gang stalking and witch hunting is a whole nother ball game. And you lucky people feel sorry for you because you would have been incarcerated a long time ago. But yeah, you've been leading a witch hunt for a long time, and that's why your channels have been taken down for the things that you say. It has nothing to do with Nature Boy. It's some of the stuff you just don't know that it's offensive. You don't know. I don't know if the people in your town talk that way. I don't know if I don't know. I'm thinking that so many people in your town must think and talk the same way that you think is normal. But every time you go live, you have a whole basket full of fresh insults to society. So if you show that you're ignorant and refuse to learn, how can anybody take what you say about the cult leader? So that's why people came after you, because you are in the way. You wasn't around when everybody started, and then you came around and tried to tell people to do this and do that and do this. And everything that we told you, even though you didn't listen because you don't watch, you only watch the people who you clout chase. So anyway, you're going to tell us 2 years later what we told you 2 years ago. That shit is funny. You're going to tell us everything that we told you 2 years ago. So this is taking a long time. I need to get to the audio. But what do you say? LJ is a social media junkie. Lies don't believe. Lies. I don't believe there was a boyfriend. Yeah, look, you cannot, because this person has lied so much, you can't even believe a single word she say. And what's odd is she still thinks that she's only told 1 or 2 lies and she found out the truth, and she's trying to tell you every day, look, here's one thing I didn't lie about. Here's the proof. And we're like, so what? It don't even matter, because what's 1 or 2 lies compared to 100 lies? Plus, what was lied about don't even matter. Plenty of people would pay for an interview. So what? She didn't have to ask those questions unless she wanted to. Those questions were suggestions. And she was being used like a pawn, just like you were being used like a pawn. You are a hockey puck. Everybody has used you. But guess who got paid? Nature Boy. And he got to pick what kind of questions that he'd rather not answer. And the person was able to get more subs and everything. It all worked out, because that's how it is in Hollywood. You the one that want to gang stalk and lead a witch hunt. That's your department. Everybody else got their own agenda. I'm not monetized. I don't make money off of the cult leader. But you did. I have pictures of Super Chat, and you have his name in the title. You just too ignorant to know that you was making money off of him. We have your social blade, and you had a GoFundMe going. You tried to steal money from Vic, and he's a total stranger to you. First, you told everybody that he's falling off and he's Team Nature Boy. And that same night, you said, until he come back to his senses, give your money to me, and I'll give it to him. And you're talking about a stranger. I don't care if you talk to him on IG or anything. Look, I've been watching Vic for a long time, and I enjoy his show. And I've talked to him maybe on a panel, maybe, I don't even remember. But I have talked to him in the chat room, and he's responded. And I remember when Vic just had a cell phone. I remember when he was using his wife's laptop. And I think I remember at least 3 or 4 litters of pet bulls, right? But guess what? Vic is a stranger. We do not know each other. He don't know my government name. I like his show. He cool. We associate online. I don't know him. I don't know anybody. They don't know me. But she said, Vic knows me. I talked to him on IG. What do you mean he don't know me? That's a lie. No, he doesn't know you. And when people try to tell you that he don't need your help with his donations, because this is how he gets donations, You said, oh, he's breaking the law? Oh, and you're telling me how he's making money illegally? Oh, wait till I tell him what you're doing. You're telling me his business. Right then, I knew she was crazy. Right then, I knew she was going to be a problem. And if you're trying to convince people not to go to Nature Boy for help, if you're trying to convince people not to be a part of Carbonation, she's going to be a problem, because they're going to listen to her and go, this guy's a genius. You know, at least Madiva had a prepared questions, and she was professional, and people learned something. Because if you're really good, like those guys that interview from BBC and stuff, if you're really good, you can set somebody up with their own words, just like you got set up with your own words. Now, Nature Boy got paid for being on the panel. You didn't. You was on you were on just making sure the camera's still on. You were on Tommy, ZX, Gotti, Global, World. That's what I'm saying. You still broke. And you know what's crazy? She bragged about the amount of views they got. Yeah, I don't get it. At the end of the month, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know, and if the interview don't go your way, you go, they set me up. She said Sui set her up. And what did she do? She went right back to Sui. And Sui monetized. So she played my video of me speaking in third person, and she refused to show the screen when she plays my audio. But if she puts the screen up to the to her phone, you will see that it's Suicide face and his lips are moving, but it's my voice. It's strictly satire. And guess what? She's so slow that the video was a warning message to her that Sui was making money off of her, but she so busy trying to make me look bad, she's trying to say, look, this is proof that he's been using everyone. And it's quite the contrary. It's so ridiculous. It's so much bullshit, I can't even get to the Gotti audio. I can't even get to the Gotti audio because it's so much pre-bullshit. But let the record show, she said that I hurt everybody and turned on everybody, used everybody. She kept trying to turn me against Vic against me, Keith Evans. AOV is strong. She tried to turn everybody named Mama, but she can't do it because everybody knows she's a liar. So when she tell you what the judge say, the magistrate, the police say, the FBI, her uncle, cousin, her neighbor, whatever the fuck, nobody believes you. There's no threat that you can make that people are going to believe, because once you're a liar, that's it. It take a long time for a liar to turn their reputation around to you know what I'm saying, for people to start trusting them again. You even said that you insulted Geminis. You got me looking at Geminis sideways. You said Geminis make the best liars. That's what they do best. So you insulted. The other day she insulted white people. She insulted Africans. She said most African women are bald headed, and only recently they started wearing weaves. Oh my God. She said, she talked about white women asses and black women asses. But, maybe she ain't been nowhere. Maybe she ain't been to Texas and, Wyoming and New Mexico and, Missouri. Maybe she only watched black porn and she never seen white porn. Okay, there's some white girls with some asses. All right. And there's some black girls with some flat asses, okay? And there's a lot of black girls getting ass surgery, So let's not stereotype ourselves. Let's not sexualize ourselves. So you have to excuse me. There's a lot I got to get off my chest, and I won't get a chance to look at the chat too much. But welcome, Bosszilla TV, and I am King Monica. Thanks for supporting, and that's so true. And we have to ask the $1 million question: what has Nature Boy really done to her personally? Now, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm going to put the chat room down, and I want you to know that let's see here. Hold on. I'm looking for some wallpaper. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Wow. I know I'm in the right place. Did my camera freeze up? It freezes up every now and then. All right, that's cool. Now, oh, here we go. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh, okay, my camera's good. All right, so I'm glad you said that, but I want to get a sip of I got some wine here. I want to sip. So let's see here. Excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, this is wonderful. I'm using OBS Studio, but I have a wireless remote. I'm at least 10 feet away from my computer, and my back is to the computer, and I'm running the whole show remotely. And I got a little side studio area with my camera, my wireless camera and everything. I'm so excited. And this is the first time I'm doing this, and it took me about 4 hours to prepare everything. And for those of you who are here, I'm glad that you're here. As a matter of fact, let's show off. Let's show the difference between my show and other people's show. I'm gonna do a little musical intermission. Okay.
jockstrap of swollen lips. While you lingered for the finger, lending different strokes to different jumps in her body, bending between legs, delicate and desperate. Wet it with your tongue, talk to it like it were a child, and all the time it were dead. Kissed it, pounded your body into planted seeds, and all the time it were dead. Two black dreams lying on better space, fucking dreams. Tell me, brother, how did you feel when you came out the wilderness? Looked around and saw your woman laid up, strapped.
A world where black women can bathe, naked and unashamed in gentle streams. A world where poetry is you, black woman, bathing in gentle rhythmic waves. I will create, 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 until I create that world for you, black woman.
You got His Lordship in the building. Thanks everyone for showing up and showing out. We're halfway through the show. I'm using a new setup. I'm using a OBS studio with a wireless remote control, and I'm using a wireless camera. And yeah, it's crazy. I got lighting. I'm trying to go Hollywood. I'm trying to go commercial. So all the little trolling and stuff is gonna stop at some point. And I never really trolled. It was just certain things that upset me. And it's crazy how some people say, yeah, my boyfriend was into this cult leader, and so he had the same kind of ideology, and he abused me. Well, you should have broke up with him. And if he hit you or did anything illegal to you, because you have direct access to him and he did something directly to you, he should be in jail. Not some stranger that you organized a witch hunt and you stalked him. And then online, all the evidence is proof of you stalking and harassing and organizing the witch hunt. And the people who did the dirty work let you be the fall guy and you don't even know it. Nobody know who the Reaper is, but they know who you is. They know where you live and everything. So you're the fall guy and you don't even know it. And people like me and other people spent all this time trying to warn you, but you thought the videos was about making fun of you or to hurt your feelings. But the videos were to warn everyone. It was a teaching moment on what not to do so your life won't get destroyed for just being online. Isn't that amazing? It's also ironic. But we're back. Let me switch, turn my camera on, make sure that camera is still working. Sometimes you like to go to sleep. And yeah, we're black. Yeah, I'm not sure if the camera's on, but we'll see. How y'all doing out there? You don't understand. For this to look effortless and to sound effortless, there's a lot of pre-prep, and I've been scolded for taking so long to go live. But look at the results. And when I go off track, when I go off the beaten path, that's when things go wrong. But I won't be doing that no more. I'm going to stick to the script from now on. All right, so let me refresh this camera. Hold on. All right, now. There we go. And then, you got all this stuff labeled. But guess what? You can do this too. You can do this too. It is not that far out there that nobody can learn this stuff. But this is the first time I used a remote control device for the software. And that's why I'm moving just a little bit slow. So I apologize for that. There we go. I'm gonna have to relabel that. It's so hard to find that little nook. Yeah, I'm trying to remove the background wallpaper so you can see me, a little bit. Anyway, so that was my Sade remix, and sometimes I give away my remixes in the chat room for the new people. That was my Stronger Than Pride remix. And what we see here, your work is great, bro. Thank you, King Ricky. Thanks, Marquise, and welcome all the new people. Welcome. I'm not going to catch everything in the chat room because I'm trying to keep focus on the subject. Well, yeah, that's true too. That's a lot of power to to throw a rock in the water and see what kind of waves it make. But I only lost it once. I think the last live, that was the first that was the first time I had to stand up on my soapbox. Let's see here. Oh, all blue looks good on me. Well, uh, I got rid of. I don't even want to go into it. I got rid of all the wrenches, but it looks like I forgot one. But it's all good. Me and C. Wilson is cool, and I'm cool with everybody. And we never had to use a wrench. Yeah, I don't know why I get hated on because ever since I started this channel, and I started this channel to get destroyed. I wanted this channel taken. I was trolling. Nothing happened to the channel. And I said, fuck it. I'll just make the channel legit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Bright said, leave it. Okay, good. All right. Okay. Because you know how it be. Why she got a wrench? And look, it was an accident. And we don't use them. So, fuck it, right? A bank have one security guard in the corner. When the last time you ever saw a bank security guard shoot someone? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm gonna keep focused on the mission. All right, here we go. I still haven't got to the Gotti interview yet because it already, not Gotti, but what she said already sound like bullshit anyway. You see what I'm saying? It already sounds like bullshit. So let me see. All right. So what we're gonna do now? Look, some people live in the coke capital of the world. Did you know that? Did you know that some people live in the coke capital of the world? So, yeah. So let's talk about a Northern Carolina church. All right. Now, you would think if you were so concerned about saving people and helping people, there are cults right in your vicinity. Your part of the state is the cult capital of the United States, but you're going to focus on some black people in another country, and your goal was to bring them back here. We don't need them here in America. If they're in Puerto Rico or wherever the hell they are, let them stay out the United States. The most unfortunate thing is when they had supposedly $300,000, they was able to infect over 70 people, and those people came back to the United States, and that's allegedly, because I don't want to get twisted. All right? But they were rotating women, flying them in and flying them out when they were in Costa Rica. And now, thanks to Miss Jones, he done got all that sympathy money and all that white crime money, and he's back up again. Now he buying people cars, doing whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Flying people in and out. He came back up. Of course, he never tried to stop your channel because he didn't know it existed. And after you used his name and lied on him, like after you monetized 2 channels and had 2 different super chats, he finally heard about you. And when he heard about you, he said, oh, this is perfect. My people, I can point to her. I can point to no diss to World, because World does a great job. But I can point to World and her and say, they're gang stalking me. You know, they're hurting the mission. We got to regroup. We need more money against people like them. You see what I'm saying? So, but no diss to World, because I enjoy his shows, and his shows are very informative, and he lets you know that he don't support them. And when he asks questions, you can tell that he, has a disdain for their logic. You see what I'm saying? But she have shown more and more, over and over, that she has a secret love affair with the cult leader, and she's mad that she personally feels that she's not pretty enough to be in the cult. She feel like if she was pretty and she looked different, that she would have been there already, because she ain't got nothing else to do. So there are 2 Instagram accounts with her name on it that said, let me be in the cult. But she said it wasn't her accounts, and she said that she's locked out of those accounts, so it couldn't have been her. Well, I thought it wasn't her until she said some BS like that. Of course you locked out of your account. You can't remember passwords and stuff like that. You got so many accounts that you forget your passwords and stuff. And your phones, you're not good with technology. That's why, you filmed yourself doing selling weed and stuff, and you turned the camera around and showed the weed on the couch. I can't believe that. And you lied about that. We heard the car hit your car. We use software to hear the impact. We heard the impact without software, and then with software, we heard the impact. You even said you hit my car. You said that you wasn't going to stop because you're running late for work, which is messed up. So when you have a disregard for law, how can we take your word for it when you're trying to stop somebody else that's disregarding law? So we feel, because she always tried to speak for everyone. She tried to speak for the police, the FBI, the doctors, speak for everyone, her exes, friends. We can speak for ourselves, and there is no we. Now, when she say we, she means her, and when she say us, she means her. And when she say they, she means no one. And when she say y'all, she means you. See, it took some time to learn her language. When she say we, she's too scared to personalize it. So she always going to say us and we, because there is no us and we. And when she say y'all, she means an individual, but she's afraid to say their name. You see what I'm saying? She want to pick and choose what other people talk about. Yeah, she want to control people's chat room, this and that, and she used other people's material, but you can't use her material. She used other people for teaching moments. Now, there's millions of people online. There's millions of people on YouTube, but you're going to pick somebody in the sector that everybody know and then say, I'm not talking about you. I'm not making fun of your situation. I'm just using you as an example. Or I'm going to play this audio. This is what she did to Vic. Look, I'm going to play this audio. I have no opinion. I'm just going to play it, and you tell me what you guys think, and then we'll talk about it. While the audio is playing, she's doing the crazy eye thing and smirking. You see what I'm saying? And first she said that, he doesn't know, Nature Boy doesn't know anything, he's a liar and all of this. But when she's trying to destroy another person that's who doesn't even claim to be against, Vic never claimed to be against Nature Boy. Vic is pro Vic. And because you don't know him, you don't know this. But you're going to say, they claim that they want to take him down and nobody's been to the authority. No, you the one that want to take a stranger down instead of your own ex-boyfriend. Instead of all the people that used you and abused you and choked you and raped you and all kind of stuff, you want to go after a stranger. You want to organize a witch hunt against a stranger there who did nothing directly to you. Now, creating videos and having panels discussing how you disagree with the co-leader and how you would wish he would change his ways, or if you notice something he might have done that may be illegal where he lives and you can do something about that, sure, that's all fair and square because you shouldn't have did it in public. But all these third-party old-ass videos, anything that was passed to you, 10 people already had it before you and 20 people after you got it. And just because you was dumb enough to show it publicly for clout doesn't mean everybody else didn't have that anyway. When the screenshot go out, several people, at least 20 people get those screenshots. You the dummy that posted. So eventually they started making stuff just for you to post because you dumb enough to post and believe anything a troll tell you. Your receipts are ridiculous. Every time you show a receipt, it makes you look less credible. When you secretly record people and play it for a show, and then you get 8,000 views and brag about it, you look disingenuous. You look like somebody that's conniving. You looking worse than the cult leader right now. You looking worse than him right now. Okay? You have shown that you cannot be trusted. When people try to help you and feel sorry for you, and I understand why all this is happening, it's because you think you're intellectually superior to others. You see what I'm saying? But it's the opposite. You know, you can't enter a chess tournament and you only know how to play checkers. You can't even say the word chess. You said you're doing this thing like a game of chess, but you also admitted that you don't know how to play the game, and you don't know how to pronounce the word, and you don't know the difference between being arrested and being detained. He was not arrested because the reason for detaining him was cursory. And when you read the definition, you skipped over that word. So the only reason you got subs is because when you block people, they come with their troll account and they resub. And then you tell people, don't use your regular account, make a new account and sub so we can start fresh with so I won't know who you are and people won't. You really think people stupid? You're blocking trolls, making them resub, and then you tell the people that are there to create a new account and resub. So you're getting 3 times as many subs as you should because of the blocking and telling people to resub, and you think people are slow, but we see it. You don't know how you was monetized. You don't know how you got monetized, and you're trying to repeat it, but you can't. The reason why you got monetized before is because you was using Nature Boy name in every title, and Nature Boy was trending, but he's not trending like that anymore. You see what I'm saying? People just like to see her act a fool. I've been trolling her for like 2 years. Yeah, they're just paying for the sideshow. You know, if you're monetized, she's one of those people that you invite on a panel, and then you go pop some popcorn and you sit back and you mute your mic. You gotta mute your mic, and you just sit back because she don't know how to have a conversation. So she's gonna just keep talking and talking and talking. And if you disagree or something, she's gonna cut you off. She's not gonna let you speak. She may curse you out. And then when you start talking real facts to her and bringing reality to her, she runs off the panel. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. My opinion, she goes after people that cannot touch her. This is why she hasn't gone after the boyfriend, because that boyfriend could touch her. Absolutely. So when I go into this next phase, I won't be able to look at the chat that much. And please don't say nothing derogatory about her or anything like that, because she means well. I think that she had good intentions, but she was jealous of other people. Like, if you have a civil conversation with this code leader, she will say you're working with him, or you paid him, or you're on his side, which is ironic. Because she said she offered him fellatio, and she said that she would give better fellatio than his wife and better sex than his wife. And then here's the capper. She says she belonged to a sex group on Facebook which have 20,000 people. So when I hear the word sex group, what comes to mind to me is sexual deviants, which sexual deviants are not illegal. It's what they do that may be illegal, but there's nothing wrong with being a sexual deviant. But if there's 20,000 people in a sex group on Facebook, obviously they got some issues with sex. It could be negative or positive. Now, her being the genius that she is and that she's smarter than everybody, in every show when she speaks to people, she's very condescending. She is so condescending that nobody co-signs her in the chat room. They have their own conversation. They don't even pay attention to what she's saying. And when her show is over, she brags about all the views she got, but they don't be any comments in the comments when the show is over. If somebody enjoyed your show, you would think a lot of them would comment. If you got that many subs that are your fans, you know, you would think that they would comment in the chat room and they would comment on the comments, but they don't. And she said that adults tell other adults to go give her a thumbs down. And just because she saw somebody in a chat room say, go over there and give her a thumbs down, she think that all the thumbs down is because one person told other people the thumbs are down. No, that's not the case. Most people thumbs her down when she says something that's disrespectful, rude, or offensive. If I give you an example, if she say it's 52 states and you keep telling her it's 50 states, and she won't concede to that fact, somebody will thumbs down and leave the show, especially if they get blocked. Because if you keep stating facts in the chat room, she will block you. So, my remote control battery is going down. Interesting. Anyway, let me look at the chat. She makes herself look more insane than Nature Boy. Absolutely. Please excuse my cheerleading, my hero, Auntie Miracle B. It's all good. And shout out to her if she's in the room. And I hope that even if you're not chatting, that you're listening. And yeah, I still ain't even got to the meat of what I'm saying. But like I said before, the bright is all the way up. But like I said before, it's so much to cover. I still ain't got to the Gotti interview. I may have to do that today after I take a nap. I'll come back at 1:00 and go over the Gotti interview, because we got to hit those lies one by one. Okay? Now, it's already hard to read the chat room while I'm doing this, and I can't read any messages on the DM. But look, she lives in North Carolina, and basically that's the coat capital of the United States, whether you know that or not. Coat capital of the United States. That's right. So if you live in the coat capital, she said that she has prior experience of dealing with coats, and she's read about coats and stuff like that. And but like I said before, she act like none of the cult members' parents know anything about anything. She's always acting under an assumption. The first assumption is she's highly intelligent and everybody else is slow. Just because you know that you're lying to people doesn't make you more intelligent. It just gives you a temporary advantage over everyone. But once you're found to be a liar, it's going to take forever to turn that around. And no matter how loud you speak, how much you yell, how many panels you do, and all of that stuff, people just looking at you like, she's still going to keep lying, huh? She's just going to keep repeating that lie. And why do she care if we even believe her or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you even care? Now, I do have students that watch this show. That's why I talk about technique and things that I'm using. So you have to excuse that because I, these people pay good money by the hour to learn how to do this. And sometimes I like to throw trinkets out there. So I'm using a compressor gate on my mic, so you cannot hear me if I'm turning pages, if I'm typing on typewriter keys, if I'm opening up a bottle of water, you wouldn't hear it because I'm using a special compressor on the microphone. Now, right here in front of my hands, it says North Carolina Church revealed to be a cult that kidnaps and brainwashes children. Now, you would think that would be a priority, especially when it's in your town and you refer to your adult child, your adult kid, your adult, you know what I'm trying to say, your child, but he's an adult. Now, she referred to the members of Carver Nation as children and then tried to explain that, which sounded crazy. The fact that she said her ex was into the cult and that's why she, put on a witch hunt and gang stalked the cult leader is crazy too. These people are adults. If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at them. You see what I'm saying? They have families. I'm sure they know how to use the phone. I'm sure they have access to the same things you have access to. I'm sure they don't feel helpless and hopeless. And I'm sure that most of them is glad that their adult children has left so they can have some peace. Anybody that's willing to be down there with him obviously got some issues, and it was probably a relief that they left home. Now, if they left their children, that could go either way. Either they wish that they didn't leave their children, or it was good that they left their children because they was a bad influence on their own children. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody want to swoop up all the crazies and take them to another country, let them go. But if they come back, that's the problem. And if they try to influence the young people in our country, that's a problem. But she thinks this guy is as big as R. Kelly, which is crazy. This is a small fry cult leader. She says she know about cults and she studied them, but she hasn't. That's another lie, because there's other people who think they're Jesus that is large. They solo. One guy from Australia. You'll sit next to him on stage and tell him your little life story, and I've seen people go into convulsions and seizures from sitting next to him, talking to him, because they believe that he is Christ. And every wife that he gets, he only had one wife, and he usually have a young wife. They always think that they were Mary Magdalene in a former life. You see what I'm saying? Now that's game. This Jesus figure in Australia, now LaTanya said that we're making money off of Eligio. That's why we don't want him to go anywhere. That's a lie. But if you put in a lot of work to produce a show, you should be compensated, just like 60 Minutes, 2020, or BBC or CNN. Everybody's getting compensated for the work they put in. But if you're just sitting on your couch or your bed with plastic on it, yelling and screaming lies and slander, that doesn't take a talent. And calling somebody dumb and stupid and dummies, that doesn't take a talent. You know what I'm saying? But, some of us have invested $2,000 into our own production, into our own equipment, and we may never see that back. And you don't hear us talking about donate, hit that Cash App. You the one that played broke, said my PG&E is getting cutting off, I'm getting evicted, I need money for my son's Christmas gifts, after you already told you spent 400, but now you say there's some shit on layaway you need help with. She don't understand what reverse begging is, but she do a lot of reverse begging. And then when you give her the money, she said, "Oh, I didn't ask for it." So I'm just trying to let people know this person is way slicker than Nature Boy. Nature Boy did the little movie thing, which was jacked up, but that's his lifestyle. Nature Boy said he let his son touch his wee, and that was pure and innocent. That's his opinion. I don't agree with it. He shouldn't have told the public that, because now we really looking at him sideways. But let's look at Uncle Fester. She said, "You can suck my son's dick." I think that's on par with Nature Boy shit, with his lunacy. I think she's right on par. When she said that, I said, I'm not going to make videos about her no more. I'm done, because she's already crossed over into the other dimension. Okay, she went there. She's in that chocolate factory tunnel when they on the that little hover machine boat that you ride in the swamps, and they were going through the tunnel at the chocolate factory. That's where she's at right now. She told a story about her boyfriend's son who liked to rest on her breast. He likes to take a nap on her breast, and she told him to call her breast pillows. And the son told the father, "Those are not your pillows, those are my pillows." I think that's on par with the Nature Boy fuck shit stories. I don't know. What do you think? I think she's outdoing Nature Boy. Now, she has no problem with what they believe, even though she's not fully informed of what they believe. But the little that she do know, she's in total agreement. She just thinks that she would be a better leader. So for a long time, she was trying to convince his people to follow her instead of him, but she couldn't do that. So now she's trying to take him down, and she thinks she can get some money because she thinks he's like R. Kelly. So she's tried to sabotage all the other people who've been around for 2 or 3 years longer than her, who's been making progress and getting people not to be interested in him. And then here she comes, putting his name in the title every day, all day, 10, 16 hours, calling them dumb, stupid, laughing at them, calling them retarded. And I'm going to put him out there. I'm going to make him come back to the United States. I'm going to put him in jail. And then when he goes to jail, she takes responsibility. And I don't know. Maybe she did put him in jail 3 times. I wouldn't brag about that, because that's proof of a witch hunt. That's proof of gang stalking, because they didn't keep him. And to his people, you think he get mad when he go to jail? He say, "Oh, this is great." Because she didn't know when he went to Costa Rica, he didn't have to go to jail. He did some bullshit on purpose so he could go to jail, because going to jail gets sympathy from his people. It makes him look like a martyr. So since she took responsibility for him going to jail at least 3 times, she helped him look like a martyr. He's the best ticket she got. He's the best ticket that he's got, because she's helping him get money by making him look like a victim. You see? And all the real players that, all the real players that was making progress and bringing his viewership down and shutting his channels down and making people lose interest, was being successful. And then she come in and just fucks everything up. The only thing I can equate it to is the movie Fresh, when the dude was slanging at school and he was getting too much attention. So there was a kid that wanted to be down and he was being nosy. So the dude gave him some work so he could start hustling and put the attention on him since he liked to talk so much. And then his friend got killed because he ran his mouth too much. But while his friend was running his mouth, he was making more money. And that's how she's doing Nature Boy, and that's how she's doing the other channel holders. They were giving her information so she could run her mouth, the people that she trusts, right? And she's saying all this bullshit and lies, making him look like a victim, you know? So my camera is frozen, so, but that's cool. That looks kind of sinister anyway. Let me get back to that quote. Oh, you was done after seeing her with the broom? She do have some deep issues. That's what I'm saying. I had to stop when she said to suck my son. The one that she says is autistic. When she said that, I said, okay, you won. You won that. You can have it. So anyway, all right. To some outsiders, the Word of the Faith Fellowship in Spindale, North Carolina, may appear like the other evangelical churches, but according to ex-congregates, it perpetuates horrific abuse. Now, it was founded in 1979, and Jane Whaley and her husband Sam, the group quickly grew to just a few people, to 750 members living in or near a 38-acre complex with 2,000 more in branches in Brazil, Ghana, Scotland, Sweden, and other countries. And guess what? The headquarters is right there in North Carolina. Okay? Now, she could throw a rock at this coat. Okay? Now, now, Sweden and other countries. In the beginning, former members remember regarding Whaley as a motherly figure who helped them through their various personal issues, just like Nature Boy. But over the years, she earned the reputation of a controlling and abusive leader who not only allowed but encouraged and inflicted violence upon her congregants. Doesn't that sound familiar? I'm sure some of those people would need some saving or some help. I'm sure those people have families and they're concerned about their grandkids and their adult kids. So earlier this year, the Associated Press reported the inner workings of the church after interviewing 43 former members. After interviewing 40 members. This is former members. This is my first time reading this. These people revealed that members of the church, including young children, were regularly screamed at, punched, and smacked, choked, slammed to the floor, and even thrown through walls. Yes, I said thrown through walls. It's called blasting. They would have a blasting session which is aimed to beat out devils